In the Chofs, Reb Zalman Duchman used to be the one to light the menorah in the Rebbe's minyan by Mincha. Now the minhag is that by Shachris, the menorah also burns in the Shul. So he would light the menorah before the davening would start in 770, in the Bochrum's minyan. He would be the one, he lit the menorah, so it should be burning by the davening of Shachris. The Rebbe those years did not come out to daven with the minyan, but he would come to Kriyas HaTorah. So one of the days of Chanukah, when he came to Kriyas HaTorah in the year Tovshin Chav Gimel, he saw that the menorah was lit, the amount of candles that were supposed to be lit were lit, but there was no Shamash. So the Rebbe asked, why is there no Shamash? There has to be a Shamash. So they brought and they lit the Shamash. But then Reb Zalman Duchman wrote to the Rebbe asking, why do we need a Shamash when the menorah is lit by Shachris? Since the reason why we have a Shamash is so we shouldn't be able to have hanoah from the light of the menorah. The din is you're not allowed to have pleasure, make use of the light of the candles of the menorah. So at night, we're afraid that if there won't be any other light and the light of the menorah will be lit, someone might read or do something, have hanoah from the light. Therefore, we have to have a shamash, that in case you do have hanoah, you'll have hanoah from the shamash, which is not one of the candles of the menorah. But in the morning, by Shachris, when it's light, then why do you need a shamash there? So that's what he asked the Rebbe. And the Rebbe answered him, and I remember I saw the Ksav Yad, because he had showed it to me then, but later this was printed in the Siches of Chelik Yud, in the Isofas of Chanukah. And this is what the Rebbe answered. Yesh leimar sheyesh ei taimim binyan al-shamash. You could say that there are more other reasons why we have to have a shamash. And according to these reasons, you should have it any time the menorah is lit, not only at night. And he gives the example, Kumei, for instance, another reason, you shouldn't be nichshel of lighting one candle from the other through a kisem, through a little, like a match or something. You shouldn't take light from one to the other. So therefore we have a shamash, that if you have to relight them in a candle, you should be able to use the shamash, not take the fire from one of the other candles which are burning. And it seems from the Rebbe that this applies to the morning also, that you shouldn't light even through a kissim, even through something, a little piece of wood, not to take the fire from the other candle, but you should take it through the shamash. And then he gives another reason. This is dugmas hakein amad lekaneres. This is similar to the kain who would light the menorahs. That means the shamash represents the kain who would light the menorah. Just like in the Beis Hamikdash, the kain lit the menorah. So here also there is something that lights the menorah. So that's the union of shamash. And the parentheses, the Rebbe says, shal pizem uve'eres hatmiyeh shal shamash mekeim elamaylam ananeres. And this answers the question why the shamash is always higher than the candles of the menorah. For Omer Azal and the Chazal say that there's a simen srofim eindim imal lei. Srofim really goes on malachim. That's the pshat and the pasuk. But this is an emes. Srofim goes on fire, that they stand mimal on top of lei. Now the Rebbe doesn't explain it. What it means is lei is lamed vov, is 36. There are 36 candles that we light throughout the whole yontav of Chanukah. So srofim eimdi mimal lei, there has to be srofim, which means a candle of fire on top of that. And that reason has nothing to do with the day or the night. So therefore, even during the day, when the menorah is lit in shul by shachris, you should have also a shamash. And then the Rebbe answers v'eid. There are other reasons why we have a shamash, and it seems like those reasons also apply to shachris. And therefore, even though the original reason that he said doesn't apply to the morning when it's light, still you have to have a shamash by shachris when the menorah is lit.